Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hey, some beekeeping stuff today. Earlier before we started talking about ways to manage small hive beetles. So the two vendors that I talked to were nice enough to deliver them to me, and what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you, after we talked a little bit about them, now I'm going to show you the installation, how we employ them onto our beehives. We'll start off with the beetle blocker. To be honest, I have at this apiary near my house, I have 2 flow hives, and no matter how hard I try, I cannot get a entrance reducer cut properly so it sits the way it should, because there's some compound angles with the screen bottom board has a ramp, and then the landing board is at an angle. It's just too difficult. So those 2 hives are going to be using the beetle blocker. Now, if you remember right, last time we talked about the beetle blocker, it's nothing more than a shim, sits on top of your bottom board, and has these 6 holes. On the back side, as you can see, it has those raised areas around the holes that the small hive beetles cannot negotiate. What they do is they try to get around it and they fall off into the bottom board. So what I have here is I have the bottom board of one of my flow hives from last year, and it's all leveled out and ready to go. And this is how easy this is. Basically, we set it on top of the bottom board so it's nice and square. Installed. Isn't that great? All right, so then what you do is you take your bottom board, or your brood box rather, and you set that on top of it. And I apologize for the shaky hand. I'm doing one-handed here today. And here we go. Set it up, square it off again, and voila, it's in place. Now the landing board is on this side, and you'll see that the bees can still come in. Here's the sloped landing board and that angled screen bottom, and the bees can still come in there and negotiate the beetle blocker with no problem. But the beetles, when they come in, they can't get up, and now they're stuck on the screen bottom board. Hopefully they fall through, and I have diatomaceous earth on the bottom for them down there. Now the next product we talked about, and we talked to the designer earlier, is the Guardian. Now I'm using the Guardian for 2 different types of hives. I have some traditional hives up in my other apiary, and because I'm not there, I've got some spare parts here to show you a typical beehive. Unfortunately, I don't have a deep, so I have a medium. So here is your landing board, your cover, and your brood box. All you do is you make sure that on the bottom that the Guardian is all the way down to the bottom. If there are any cracks, they'll get under it. So once you measure that and position it right, it's as simple as sliding in your entrance reducer. Goes in like that. Now, when the beetles come down, they can't negotiate that 90-degree turn and get up here and get into the hive. Okay? So this is one way of installing it. Now, because I have a horizontal hive, those entrances are a little bit different, and I'll show you what I did. My entrance was actually too long for the Guardian, so I had to modify it a little bit. Not the Guardian itself, but my entrance. What I did was, one of the screw holes on the Guardian I screw it into a dowel that fits into the opening. Then I wrap the dowel with some screen fabric to make it nice and tight, nice fit. And I have it blocked because I don't have my hive in there. I don't want any pests in there. But as you see, I screwed it into the side of the hive here. And here's the dowel I screwed into, and I placed another dowel to take up the extra space, wrapped it with screen fabric to take out the any gaps. Now when I get my bees in here, I'll just pull the screen out so they can come and go. I'm hoping that in the next day or so I will have a swarm that I'm going to place in this hive. So just a short video showing on positioning and installing these two products. And when I get my swarm, one of the first things I'm gonna try to show is how long the bees take to get used to the Guardian. As the designer said, the bees might take a little while to get used to how to get around it, how to find the opening, but once they find it, they're good with it. So that's it for today. I hope you guys are having a great weekend, and don't forget to hit subscribe, ring the bell so you get notifications of new videos, and we'll see you soon. Bye bye now.